welcome everybody to the playoffs of season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the previous videos for season 2. I've been trying to up the scale of the quality every video, but now I want to get into this playoffs just right. And for the wild card round, we're going to have the Packers versus the Lions. And pretty quick on, we got a pick six from Jalil, which is kind of uncharacteristic from this quarterback. Usually you see a lot of very intelligent throws, but then two interceptions to go for his two first drives, and they're both two pick sixes, which is not really what we see out of Jalil Varga here. And then finally, we got something rolling. Looks like Nick Harbor gets back-to-back carries, getting his team at least some points on the board. Micah Parsons and the rest of the defense is really trying to strap up Westbrook and company, trying to get their first stop of the game. And it looks like it was going to come close, but then a huge catch out of, I think, Isaac Tesla. But a mishap for their defense. They get a touchdown on defense, or a mishap on offense. They get a touchdown on defense. And now, all of a sudden, the game is tied up. We have Jared Goff in the red zone. He gets sacked. So they end up kicking a field goal. And, what was a 14-0 game is now a 17-14 game with, oh my goodness, with Christian Watson barreling through two people, tying, or not tying it up, but taking the lead. And I don't even know, freaking Garay, or I don't even know how you say his name, the backer they picked up, I believe it was this season or last season, I don't remember. He gets the interception over Jared Goff, and all of a sudden, the score is now 35-20, and really impressive comeback from this Packers team, man. It looked really grim at the start, but now they have the lead, even though they just let up a touchdown to Isaac Tesla, who has had a great game thus far. It still looks very, very well pieced together, and they end up getting their first win in the wild card round. And now a huge game in the wild card is going to be the Steelers versus the Patriots. Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how this is going to go. The 12-5 Steelers have been very excellent up to this point, honestly, both defensively and offensively. And it looks just like that in here because Kiki Little makes his first mistake as a rookie quarterback in the wild card round, throwing to Sauce Gardner in that flat, which, I'm not going to say Kiki Little doesn't do things like that, but usually he doesn't really do bad things on the first drive, which was very surprising out of him. But Kiki Little trying to get some type of traction, but the defense getting another stop. So 2 stops in a row, and Anthony Richardson had a wide open man on a post route, possibly a touchdown, but he ends up missing the throw. And Kiki Little misses a throw as well on his next drive for the 4th down conversion. So now it looks like it's going to be a defensive game thus far. Kroom getting this team all the way in the red zone. Perfect chance for this team to get their lead tied up. But nope, they end up throwing an interception to Nick Emawari, who has been pretty quiet this season compared to last season's MVP defense caliber season. But, he comes up big when we need him to, and that's exactly what he does, getting that pick on the red zone. And I don't know who, was that Donahue? Yep, Donahue making this 14-0. And with Donahue continuing to be a very reliable target for Anthony Richardson, it's going to look very easy for him as a quarterback. But Anthony Richardson, he ends up trying to run, I believe, like 10, 15 yards, and it really didn't work out because sometimes he forgets that he is a quarterback. He tried to bulldoze through 2 people there, or 3 people. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but I just don't know why he wouldn't slide there. I think it was really impulsive decision for him. And oh my goodness, Donahue breaking so many tackles, getting that 4th down conversion, and it ultimately gives us the motivation and the momentum to get that touchdown. Now we got 21-0, not looking good for this Patriots team. Initially, I thought it was going to be more of a shootout, but I'm not really sure where the Patriots went wrong here. A-Chain just going insane, or A-Chan, he's going insane here. And so is Donahue. Them two are just taking over the game offensively here, as Cole Norton as well. It's a supplementary receiver this season. And I'm not really seeing too much impressive things out of this Patriots offense. I believe most of that is due to the Patriots O-line. I think the O-line really just couldn't handle the defensive front, and I believe that was the main reason why they lost 35-8. The Steelers advanced to the divisional round, and honestly, I think Kiki Little's gotten really unlucky with the competition that he's faced, and but at some point it does really matter. Like, it does matter, why can he win? Kiki Little for sure hasn't got that much success in the postseason of anything in his football career, and I believe that he really has to take another step forward. He has to take some charge. He has to get to the front office and say, "Hey, I need some offensive line help." And it's looking a little bit similar to what we saw in San Jose Tech, where we just didn't have the protection for Kiki Little's, just not even processing. I mean, he doesn't even have the O line to process what he's going against, and I think it's kind of the same as we saw in San Jose Tech. And I know at some point you do have to hold him accountable as a player, but it's looking like the same thing. I mean, he didn't get any chance to hold the ball in the pocket, and hopefully the Patriots can decide to get some more O linemen. I know they got a nice one in the draft, but to continue to build and build and build on the O line is going to be their main focus, and it should be in the free agency and in the draft. But the Steelers take the win over the Jags in the divisional, and in the NFC Championship, I believe we have the Cowboys and the Packers. Yeah, it is the NFC Champ. And Jaden Daniels pretty early on gets intercepted. I thought he was going to be a little bit more selective with his first drive. Usually he's not too impulsive. And Shamar Stewart actually gets injured on that last play for the interception. Nick Harbor, as physical as he is, gets that broken tackle, and he ends up going to the end zone here. Drango being a problem, as he always is, and he breaks around the corner. I did not think he was going to go all the way to the house on that one. I thought it was going to be a nice little 30-yard play, and it ends up being a house call, which is insane. Game's tied up. Jalil Varga had a struggling game against the Lions, but hopefully he can be a little bit more selective and better in his processing, and I believe that's what I thought it was going to happen. But Odighizuwa gets a nice TFL on Nick Harbor, and oh my goodness, nearly caught on fourth down for Avils, couldn't get it, and Nick Harbor takes the lead for his team. And now we have Jaden Daniels on fourth down. Huge catch out of Xavier Worthy, getting near the 40-yard line, and Jaden Daniels trying to scramble out again, sees a wide open Xavier Worthy, and he takes it to the house. Back-to-back, huge plays for Xavier Worthy. And now we have Braden Walters making people miss. Oh my goodness, try to get him down. 14 seconds left. Hits a nice pass to Wilson, and a unexpected screenplay ends up getting the touchdown before the end of the half. Very impressive play calling for this Packers offense. And oh my goodness, Drango nearly going to the house. I don't know who that was, but get out of the way of Drango, man. You're just trying to block air, and you messed up. Nick Harbor now gets injured off of a foot contusion. What is going on with this game? Jalil throwing up to a wide open Christian Watson. I'm not sure how he got that open. Nick Harbor still on the field, breaking tackles and getting near the goal line. They end up subbing him out, rightfully so, and Tucker Kraft gets his touchdown, 28-21. With 4 minutes left, this is still a game worth trying to win, obviously. I mean, we got a lot of time left on the clock, and Avils knows that more than anybody else, as he is such a deep threat. Oh my goodness, Darnell Mooney, the sub for Nick Harbor, goes all the way to the house himself. Was not expecting that. Obviously, the Packers O-line is very impressive. I just thought the Cowboys defense was going to put up more of a fight in the run game, and they take the win over the Cowboys, beating out what would have been one of the better defenses in the league. And now, what we all have been waiting for, the Super Bowl, the Packers versus the Steelers. The Steelers back-to-back seasons going to the Super Bowl, and this is the Packers' first time making it to the Super Bowl under the new coaching. And immediately, first play, Nick Harbor goes to the end zone, touchdown. I think that was a 90 or 80-yard run. I mean, oh my goodness. Not sure what Anthony Richardson was trying to achieve there. He ends up missing a throw. So now 7-0 Varga, huge plays to be made, and he gets intercepted by Peyton Wilson. Oh my goodness, going down to the 40-yard line. HN trying to get some moves here, and he does. Oh my goodness, the speed on him, getting us in perfect position to score. Cole Norton, another person who is so very dynamic, and the touchdown goes to Darnell in fourth down territory. Very important that we get that touchdown tying this game up. But Jalil continuing to throw these lasers through the field, and oh my goodness, Christian Watson breaking tackles, and he gets the touchdown, 14-7. And who is this? Taj Rivers, over top of Westbrook, going to perfect chance to get the end zone, but they end up getting stopped, and we get the stop as well. Safety. What is going on in this game? Donahue making people miss, getting down to near red zone territory, 35-yard line, and Donahue again, back to him, 16 of 14. What a game. Jalil Varga tries to throw it up. He thought he saw something there. I didn't really see what he saw, but nonetheless, fourth down, he gets caught up by Christian Watson, and oh my goodness, Nick Harbor, as elusive as ever. Our fast D tackle D end getting the save, and 4th and 5, very important play here, and LaJarvis coming in when it counts, huge play for him. Anthony Richardson trying to get a little cheeky yards, and he does. Was that Norton? Oh no, this is Thornton. Thornton Jr., who has been a very good dump away type of receiver. Last play of the the first half ends up getting batted away, so the score ends up being 21-16 at halftime. Very good comeback for two mishaps in the first half for the Steelers here. And Donahue, who I didn't think was going to go all the way to the end zone, he's not known for having the jets. He's just known for having great run after the catch. And he gets all the way over there getting that touchdown. And a huge defensive rally. Doesn't get finished off, though, because Christian Watson, who has been clutch all game, gets the 4th down conversion. A wide open Braden Watson's in the middle, and he ends up throwing the ball. I don't know what happened there. He fumbles. I don't know why he threw it back. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but I'm not sure what this is. Taj Rivers goes up top over two people, and HN finishes off the drive, 29-21. The defense is all over this Nick Harbor run, and he tries to throw it up over Sauce Gardner on Matthew Golden. Isn't the case there, and HN goes all the way, getting the score 36-21. Jalil trying to get something going, nearly intercepted off of the pressure, and then the Steelers get stopped again, I believe. So the Packers are back on offense. LaJarvis for his second touchdown of the day, and Avion Terrell, the backup corner, who if you remember last season was our starting third string corner, and he ends up going to the house for a onside recovery touchdown. And oh my goodness, fumble on the kickoff return, and Avion Terrell gets his second of the day. 2 touchdowns for him, and I know it's garbage time, but still 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl is very, very impressive for a 4th-string corner. The Steelers end up getting their second ring under new coaching, and I'm very excited. I mean, who wouldn't be getting their second ring? And honestly, I don't really know, where we could move on from here. Maybe a 3-peat. But I just want to say that I'm very proud of this team, man. I'm very happy to see all of my players getting to touch that Lombardi trophy. And as you can see here, I hoist this trophy over the top of everybody in the stadium. And through that success, I want to say thank you guys for watching. It has been a crazy season, a lot of twists and a lot of crazy ups and downs for each team. And I just want to say stay tuned, because the next season of college football, season 9, is going to be coming up soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And, of course, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.